Afternoon. Hello, Book of Face. I said I would go live. I'm seeing if I can do this across my business page and my personal profile, and it appears to be working. So I planned on coming downstairs and just chilling out on the couch, and then of course Toya came for cuddles, and then I got tangled up in my mic. So my cable is a disgusting tangled mess right now, to be honest. But, you know, when you're inspired to go live and you want to just, you know, have the conversation and, you know, do stuff. Hi, Sue Woolley, how are you? You don't let things like cats and tangled cables get in the way. So I did a live on Friday night live with Trudy, and I got some beautiful private messages, and I got some questions, and somebody was concerned that I was lonely. So if you can hear me okay, can you give the live some love hearts or likes or say hello? And I thought, well, if one person was wondering if I was lonely, there might be some other people that think I'm lonely as well. And I wanted to clarify the difference between alone and lonely. Hi, Suzanne Kohlberg, how are you? So let me explain. I spend a lot of time on my own, and I could go out more and I could socialize more, and I don't know, I could. But I'm actually quite content being on my own. That doesn't mean that, you know, if a significant other turned up, I'd, you know, kick him out and go, yeah, no. But please don't worry that I'm lonely. I have a lot of love to give and have space in my life. I've created a business now that has space to share it with somebody, but that's not the main thing that I'm looking for to make me happy. So I'm happy being alone. Like, so today I've got a real estate inspection on Thursday. So of course today seemed like the perfect day to rearrange all the furniture. So I've rearranged furniture and put things away and tidied some things up, and I did that alone. And I was really content to do that. Hi, Lee. Yes, I am very well, thank you. So please don't ever worry about me being lonely. I have amazing friends that I can jump on the phone with. I can drive home and see my parents whenever I want. My sister doesn't live too far away. My niece is in the city. Like, I'm okay. So I wanted to clarify that. And while you're watching this, could I get you to do me a favor? If you ever think of me in the next couple of weeks, see a post, anything, can you just think Trudy for national television next year? Trudy on national TV. I believe in the power of the collective consciousness to create and support vibrationally and energetically for things to happen. It helped me manifest a film camera not last year, the year before now. So if you can think Trudy, national TV, just put that vibrational energy out there for me, that would be amazing. Hi, Stephen, because I really want to be on national TV next year. So thanks for helping me out with that. Anyway, so I've also had some people ask me what's happening with my weight, because you may or may not have noticed is I have dropped a fair bit of weight. Now, Suzanne Kohlberg was over on my business page. I'm not sure if she's still watching or not, but I started working with her last year around emotional eating, and put in some really good strategies with her to manage my food and stuff. But now I do intermittent fasting. So I have a smaller window where I'm allowed to eat. I eat whatever the heck I want. I don't do any specific food or stuff. But I walk daily, or now I'm doing a 15-minute fitness challenge. I'm still doing my face yoga. See how turned my face is? But the weight loss is healthy. I'm healthy and I'm fit. And so much of that is because I do daily work on what's going on in here and what's going on in here. So I just wanted to clarify a few things. A few people there was some concern, there was some love. And if you are, going back to the alone versus lonely, if you are lonely, now I used to be crippled by loneliness and not knowing how to manage emotionally feelings of isolation or, exclusion or feeling like I was separate. And there's some things that I've implemented in my own life because I used to get quite depressed, that have allowed me to be comfortable in my own skin. And that is working on the inner voice, which is what I'm all about now, because I can really see, whether it's business or personal, what goes on in here, what you say to yourself, and learning to just really, really, really love yourself is such a big thing. And I saw a survey or something somewhere, it was in a business group, and it said that 80% of business owners knew that mindset, inner voice, imposter syndrome, self-talk was critical for their success. And so if you're working your way up the corporate ladder, you're in your career and you're building up your career, this is for you too. And only 20% of them did any work on it. Only 20% of people are working consistently with focus on what's going on in here. So I'll just point my fingers, and hopefully that's not you. Hopefully you are doing a bit of work around that. Hi, Wesley. So inner voice, feeling good about yourself. Now, we're human. Like, I have moments sometimes where I still have to pull up my socks and go, what the heck? Hang on, Sparkles. What are you doing? Why are you talking to yourself like that? Why are you letting yourself feel like that? What can you do to change what's going on in your head right now? Because I do believe when we do the work and we work on the new behavior and the new habit and the new action, we can change the inner voice. And I combine things like meditation, journaling. Hi, Dave. I understand the science and biology around my body and why the self-talk and the doubt and the, not so much these days, but I used to have just crippling feelings of despair just take over and send me to bed for days. But that's changed now because I have implemented. So for somebody like me, understanding the science of how my body works, my nervous system, my cellular body, how emotions are formed, beliefs, values, habits, all of the stuff that I do now in my business, understanding that really allowed me to be able to be comfortable with being alone. That in those moments where I felt lonely, I realized I was looking externally for something that was already within me to allow me to feel good. So for me, when I was feeling real loneliness, that was because of the external seeking of something that I felt I didn't have. Hi, Christine. So alone versus lonely is a very interesting topic. It's something that I'm very, very passionate about because I know that you can learn ways to manage that. And the fasting and the fitness, that's a huge part of it as well, actually, because I'm doing my daily exercise, getting the endorphins, and I'm feeling physically strong again. My dancing exam is now in November. On my business page, if you haven't liked and followed my business page, I put a picture up yesterday of the dress that I'm borrowing for the exam. I really hope it fits. It's the most stunning ballroom dress, even more stunning than any of the dresses I ever wore when I was competing. So jump over to my business page, Trudy Pavlovsky, and have a look at the photo. It's stunning. But this fitness and being able to take control of my body and my health and my strength also contributes to being able to feel comfortable with being alone, because I'm doing things and I'm moving and I'm taking action, and I'm not allowing myself to stay trapped in the space of like everything external is in control of me and I'm out of control. Which is why I work with shadow values as well. Control is one of them. When to hang on to it, when to let go. So in all of that, looking after your physical, mental, and emotional health really allows you to just feel really grounded. And the discipline of dancing for me, now, I'm doing a medal. It's an exam. For what purpose? Just to say I did it and I'm really good. I like the rigor of doing an exam. Like I could go and have lessons and just learn really cool routines and have a lot of fun, still get fit. But the rigor behind it and the discipline, like if you could have seen me this weekend, I have been walking around my house on the balls of my feet in this like half squat position, because I need to get my knees and my calves and my thighs and my core really activated. And yes, unicorns on the leggings and unicorns on the house socks. Yes, unicorn obsessed. And it really doesn't matter because the exam is just for me. But the rigor behind it, the discipline and the focus, this then translates over to everything else that I'm doing in my life, in my business, getting up early, showing up, doing the work. So that's why I put all these three things together. Now for you, it might not be dancing. Dancing, not your thing, that's fine. It could be some sort of sport. It could be committing and going to the gym with a personal trainer. Whatever it is, the dancing really reminds me of the exactness and the discipline, because for the level that I'm dancing at, this is just an example of the hold, right? So this is just sort of like, yeah, dancing. But for the level that I'm at, turning the hand in a certain way on my teacher's arm, being able to stretch out more, being able to move my head back and really extending out, like really moving the body. Like my body hasn't moved like that in years, absolute years. And somebody who sits at her desk all day, like I'm retraining my whole body. Now, it's only me and the judges and my teacher that are actually really going to know, and the other teachers and students there. And it's an exam. Like, yes, I'll get a trophy. Hi, Carol. Hi, Janet. And I'll get a score. But what does it really mean? Not really anything else, just that I did well. But for me, the work and the discipline behind it, it's translating across all areas of my life as well. So where you're at in your life, if you're feeling lonely, a little out of control, unhappy, looking externally for everything that you need, and you want to get comfortable with being alone, you can do things like take charge of your health, take charge of your fitness, find something disciplined to focus on, something that's really detailed, something that can, translate across all areas of your life. And, for my more spiritual people, just remember, collectively, all minds are joined. We are all in this together. So reach out if you need help with anything. And if anyone has any questions, like please type them in. Like I really want to hear what this is bringing up for people, what you're thinking. Stories of our lives and, what all this means. But, and I thought I'd talk some biz stuff as well, because I know many of the people on my Facebook page, oh, well, on my page are, but on my profile, personal profile are as well, are in business. And I wanted to have a bit of a chat about nostalgia in marketing and my rave days. There's a, I can't believe I'm saying this, I feel so old. There is a 20-year reunion coming up in October for an event company's first party. So the God of Dance, I used to go to these raves, these parties around Melbourne. And the nostalgia, like the group is amazing. Like we're posting pictures of our old outfits. People are finding old ticket stubs, pulling out their old photos. Sadly, there was a memorial post for people that used to be big on the scene that have passed away. And, you know, I put up a post and saying, hey, is any of my old crew going to this? And there was a whole heap of people just connecting and memories and talking about music and who are the DJs that are going to be playing. And somebody I don't even know offered to lend me an outfit because I gave away 95% of my crazy raver outfits when I left the scene. It got a little bit full on for me. I think all of you people would probably know I used to party pretty hard. I'm not ashamed of it. I've got some very big lessons and experiences out of it. And would I change it? Some of it I changed, but not all of it. There were some amazing times. But the nostalgia behind this party is selling out, not because we're all big crazy ravers and go out and get wasted every weekend, but it's the memories of the music, the DJs, the good times. If you never went to a rave, and I don't know about other places, but Melbourne raves, they just, back in the late 90s, early noughties, had such a community. Like you could get trashed, sit down, and just strangers would look after you. Like you were really safe in this space. And the music was amazing. Like I listened to this music without being on a chemical high, and I love it just as much. So nostalgia with your marketing is so powerful. If you can draw people back to a point in time that is a really powerful emotional memory for them, and that start with an image in your post, they're going to stop the scroll. They're going to look. Like, you know, people are scrolling through their Facebook and posts are coming up from this particular event group, and people are stopping. People are liking the picture that I posted who I've never met before, but it's evoking a memory of like a vibration and energy of a particular time. Now, when I work with my clients on this, I usually tell them, you know, when we're growing up, you know, 9 or 10 years of age is when we're looking external from our parents for our heroes who we admire. So if you know your ideal client is around 30, 40 years of age, go back about 30 years ago and see what was cool and popular and hip on television and music and bands and things like that. And chuck a couple of those images up in your posts and see if that stops the scroll. Because I always stop if I see She-Ra, Wonder Woman, Star Trek TV, Batman, all of those old superhero shows. My Little Pony will stop me as well, because that has a real emotional connection to me for those happier moments in my childhood. So tap into nostalgia. So that's my little business tip for everyone today. Yeah, so if you're watching the replay, for some reason my live over on my business page didn't work. Oh well, okay. I don't know what it's doing. I'll just let it do its thing. If you're watching the replay, post your questions. There's one person watching still, according to my little eye thing. Hopefully I haven't bored you all, but you know, I just thought go live today. Why not? And I shouldn't have put this lolly in my mouth because now I'm chewing and that feels really rude. No comments. So I might finish up now. I've been going for 20 minutes anyway. Challenge starts tomorrow, so if you want to talk about alone and lonely and getting more discipline in your life and you want a little bit more support and you don't want to be asking on this post and you want to join the challenge, message me and I'll send you through the booking link. That's fine. Chewing like an old cow, my mum used to say. It's all stuck in my teeth now. That was such a bad idea. I'm so sorry if you're still watching. But just remember, all minds are joined. We are all in this together. You get to choose how you feel. And if you've watched it this far, remember, Trudy, national TV, national TV, national TV. She's on national TV. She's so ready for this. This perfect opportunity for her. National TV. Thanks. So you can put that out there for me. That would be rad. And any questions, post them in the comments. If you think anyone needs to hear this, tag them, share it, do what you will. And yeah, I'll be back around something or other tomorrow. Hope you're all well and I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Love you. Bye.